Let's begin with Mike Singer. Mike, go ahead.
Hey Zeke, good to see you. What has the last few days of, I guess, your introduction to Nuggets training camp looked like? What has it been like for you?
Yeah, the experience so far has been great. We're doing a lot of like one-on-one with coaches, so getting different works in like defensive sets, offensive movements, things like that. Just getting ready before we start actually working together as a team.
Next, we'll go to Katie Wingy. Katie, go ahead.
Hi, Zeke. Welcome to Denver. Good to see you. What has been the most challenging part for you of these workouts so far? What has surprised you most?
I think for me, the most challenging thing was the altitude at first. I came in first workout, I was gassed. The altitude really got to me. But second, third workout, I got used to it, and now I don't really feel it at all anymore. But that first workout, that was tough.
All right, next we'll go to Chris Marlowe. Chris, go ahead.
Hey, Zeke, a lot of the guys we've talked to so far are kind of expecting to be starters on this Denver Nugget team, particularly Will Barton and Michael Porter Jr., last couple guys. Where do you see your role? How optimistic are you that you can get some playing time with how deep the Nuggets are?
Yeah, my goal is obviously start and play a lot, but you know what? I'm going to do whatever it takes to help the team win, and whatever my role is going to be, I'm going to do it to my best of my ability, and contribute as much as I can.
Next question, we'll go to Todd Romero. Todd, go ahead.
Hey, Zeke, is the way to get out there two things. For one, is the way to get out there defensive. And the second part of that is, coming to a new city with all this COVID restriction, is it actually a positive because there's nothing really out there to do that you can focus simply on basketball?
Yeah, to answer your first question, defense is definitely very important. If you want to be on the floor, anywhere you go, you got to be able to play defense. And so that's definitely something I'm going to be working on a lot. But even just having a high motor, being active and everything, working hard, I think that's something I'll help as well get on the court. But to answer your second question, I don't think if the COVID wasn't going on right now, I don't think that would stop me from being in the gym. I don't feel like I'm a busybody off the court. I keep to myself. I'm really usually only at the court, at home, or maybe at the grocery store. That's usually the only place I ever go. So.
All right, next question we'll go to Harrison Wind. Harrison, go ahead.
Hey, Zeke, I don't know if you've gotten to chat with Nikola or interact with him at all, but just what's the excitement level like knowing you're going to be around him early on in your career and be able to learn from a guy and a player like that?
Yeah, I haven't been able to talk to him personally yet. I haven't seen him yet in person, but I'm super excited. He's literally one of the best centers in the NBA right now. His IQ and his vision, his passing ability is incredible. He's such a smart player. I think that I could learn a lot from him.
Next, we'll go to Alex Labido. Alex, go ahead.
Hey, hey Zeke, I was curious, which coaches have you been primarily working with? And second part of the question is, what's the best advice you've received from either a player or coach so far?
Yeah, the coach that I've been primarily working with in these one-on-ones with the coaches has been Coach Wes. He's been the one that's been running my workout. But I think that the best piece of advice that I've gotten is, just ride the roller coaster. There's going to be some ups, there's going to be great ups, and there's going to be pretty bad downs as well. But you got to stay consistent. You got to keep pushing through. And when those times are tough, keep working and don't let it get to you. Just control what you can control.
Next, we'll go to Katie Wingy. Katie, go ahead.
Zeke, obviously a big off the court story with you has been the piano and playing that growing up. Have you gotten to play piano at all? Do you have one in your apartment? Is that something that you've been doing to pass the time?
Yeah, right now I'm staying at a hotel actually, so I haven't been able to play piano in about a week. I'm struggling. I'm having withdrawal symptoms, but something I actually started picking up is guitar, and I'm trying to learn flamenco guitar, like Spanish guitar, and that's been fun. That's been fun. I've already made some progress in about a week. So I mean, I want to continue working on that and get good at that as well.
Next question will go to Mike Singer. Mike, go ahead.
Has anybody tempered expectations for you, given that there's no summer league, given that there's no traditional onboarding process? Like, have you had to readjust your expectations, given that you just got to this team and the season starts in 2 weeks?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I prepared a lot for this. I mean, I prepared for this my whole life. During that whole break that we had ever since college ended, I mean, I've been working for this, you know. So I mean, whenever my numbers call, whenever I'm called to do something, you know, I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. I'm going to do whatever it takes to help the team win, really.
Next, we'll go back to Chris Marlowe. Chris, go ahead.
Zeke, did you have an idol growing up? Is there someone that you patterned your game after when you were a youngster?
No, I wouldn't say that there's the person that I really tried to emulate. You know, if I saw something good in someone's game, you know, I try to emulate maybe that specific part of their game, but not a whole person.
All right, I have no hands at the moment. Any more questions for Zeke? All right, we'll go to Mike Singer here. Mike, go ahead.
One more from me. Some rookies would probably feel a certain type of way about going to a team that went to the Western Conference Finals that has the depth that the Nuggets have. Do you have a big picture perspective on it, that this is a place where you can grow and prosper and develop your game, even if it doesn't mean immediate returns?
Yeah, I mean, I'm super excited to be here. You know, I don't know why someone would not be happy to be a part of this organization. Great culture, great players, great vets, and feel like I could learn a lot as well. You know, I mean, they have so much experience, and they're obviously a great team, and so I think being a part of this team is great, and it's going to help me a lot.
We'll go to Chris Marlowe again. Chris, go ahead.
Last one from me, Zeke. Can you just talk about your shooting ability, mid-range? Can you get out to three-point land? How much have you been working on that aspect of your game, and what can you tell us?
Yeah, I think I've always been able to shoot the three-point well. I mean, in high school I did that a lot, but I mean, in college that wasn't really the role my team needed for me. They needed more of an inside presence, so that's what I had to be for them. But I still have the ability to shoot the ball. I mean, working on that since March. Literally, as soon as the college season ended, I was working on that until today. I mean, just got done shooting a lot of threes, mid-range, things like that, and I'm very confident in my shooting ability and how I'm shooting it right now.
We have time for a few more questions here. We'll go to Alex Labido next. Alex, go ahead.
Hey Zeke, that advice that you had mentioned earlier, I was wondering who had mentioned that to you. And then second question for you is what's been the biggest surprise in training camp for you so far?
Yeah, the advice that I told you guys about, I got that from Dwyane Wade, literally yesterday at the rookie training camp. So yeah, he told us that. I thought that was, I mean, that left an impression on me. I thought that was pretty important, at least to me. But my biggest surprise of training camp, I don't know. I don't think that been any surprises yet. I mean, it's been a lot of one-on-ones with coaches. Haven't really been able to practice as a team yet. So, I mean, I guess we'll have to see once we start playing together as a team.
Last question, we'll go to Katie Wingy. Katie, go ahead.
Zeke, you mentioned working out with Wes. Can you just take us through what a workout with Wes is like and what you guys are focusing on from start to finish?
Yeah, we're working on post moves, like jump hooks, face ups, shots, pick and pops, pick and rolls, different scenarios out of our offense. Get into defensive positioning and help defense, things like that, on-ball defense, pick and roll defense, both guarding the ball and being the defender on the screener, just different things like that.
All right, Zeke, that will do it for today, man. We appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you, guys.